But then, we've always been hearing about AI. It's been time that we're hearing about AI. But I want to know, what is this sudden leap of impact? What has created this sudden buzz about AI and ML all across?
See, you might have heard of Moore's law back in 1956.
Correct.
Okay, what it says is the capacitors, transistors, doubles in every 2 years. So that was the breaking point. Like you might have heard of Intel, the old chip of 8088 PC chip, for example. And then you have heard of the GPUs. When we talk about CPU, then suddenly we heard about GPU when all gamings come into picture. Then all your laptops are having NVIDIA or Radeon graphics processor. So this graphic processors, the speed in which it is developed, that is quantum leap. That it has thrashed the Moore's law. Okay, let's say for example, if you look at NVIDIA, how it has grown, okay, like people talk about, for example, Pascal, way before, some 10 years before. In the last 10 years, they have made 1,000 times of progress in the chip. That is what driving the quantum leap. Why this is going to impact my quantum leap is, the processing speed has increased, the power consumption has decreased, the space has also decreased. And my tickets, for example, the tokens which I'll be having, which will be having more than trillions of tokens. So that become, previously it was million, then becomes billion, now it's trillion. It's moving towards zillion. So when people talk about petaflops. Okay, in this quantum leap, like previously what we were doing with a Hopper, for example, which was introduced just in 2022. Now in 2 years, it has previously, which your Hopper was having 80 billion transistors, has now become 200 billion transistors, which is by means of Blackwell chip. So this has increased deployment of chips. At the back end, ChatGPT, all these people are using that chips, which is able to compute more and more of textual languages and other vectors. All these spaces has increased. The momentum of computing has increased. So when the momentum of computing has increased, I can deploy it everywhere. So because I down to OpenAI, that's what they call it, OpenAI. I don't have to have one big processor. It's $250 million, $300 million each chips, for example. I don't have to buy it. Now even HP has come up with it. Intel is working on different chips, for example. So now it's coming to layman. In my laptop itself, I will have such processors. So with that processor, it becomes OpenAI. So I can just compute my depth data into the AI with this OpenAI programs. I can generate textual inferences, data inferences, and also all other video inferences. And the people we were developing video content, for example, which were some 10 hours, 10 man hours or 20 man hours, now happening in 10 minutes. So that is what these processor chips have come. So because of development in processor chips, the entire deployment of these chips have increased. So that's that drive behind all this buzz.